Hi guys, it's Mrs. Longmire. We have been working really hard on how readers can retell. We've looked at fiction or literature and how to retell stories using the three box strategy. We've also started to look at nonfiction or information text and how to retell that using a dissected web where we have the different sections of the book are each an oval. And then in the oval, there's little pieces, and the details in that section of the book make up the pieces of each oval. And then last time we used this chart, same idea, and we talked about how readers can retell in writing. And we used post-it notes and labels, and we took the dissected web, and then we even wrote sentences about penguins. We did it on penguins, remembering each part of the web was a different part about penguins. You know, what penguins look like and on their body and where they live and the baby penguins. And so each of those sections of the book got its own oval, and we did post-it notes and we wrote labels to go with our post-it notes, and then we ended up writing sentences. Well, in today's lesson, we're going to do all of that in one sitting. So we're going to read, we're going to pull details out on a dissected web, and we're going to write all in one lesson. Okay, and so we're going to actually use a new book, and you're gonna watch me do this, and then you're gonna help me. But we're going to do a new book on giraffes. It's a National Geographic book on epic, just like penguins was. Let me show you the front of the book here. Giraffes. And if it can be read to you, so some of you may have already listened to this book before you watch the lesson. So if you don't know all the words, you can have it read to you, or a parent can read it to you. So when you look at the very beginning at the table of contents, you'll see all these different sections of the book. And today we are going to look at the big bodies section. We're going to look at their bodies. We're going to look at mealtime. We're going to look at big babies and on the lookout, how they look out for other animals that may want to hunt them. Okay, so we're going to look at big bodies, what their bodies are like, what they eat at mealtime, what their babies are like, and then how they're on the lookout. Those are the sections that we're going to use today. And then later, when you try some of this, you may want to look at some of the other sections. Okay, so let's just go ahead and read. So the sections we're going to look at. So giraffes is going to go in the middle. So I wrote giraffes, and that's going to go in the middle of our web. And then, like I said, bodies, their bodies is going to be a section. What they eat at mealtime is going to be a section. The baby giraffes is going to be a section. And on the lookout, how they look out for predators. On the lookout is going to be one of the sections that we use. So those are the four sections of this book that we're going to look at. We're going to read, we're going to pull details out and retell, and then we're going to write. Okay? So let's go ahead and go to the first section that we were going to look at, big bodies. I'm just going to read it to you. It says, did you know that giraffes are the tallest animals on land? Their legs are as tall as a grown man. Their necks are just as tall. If you add in their bodies, that means giraffes can be 14 to 19 feet tall. See how they're as big as a grown man here, his legs? Let's turn the page. They're much taller than other animals. Giraffes have spots. Their spots can be light tan. They can also be brown or almost black. And it says, how are the giraffes' patterns different? They all look different. Each giraffe has a pattern of spots, but no two giraffes have the same pattern. That's how you can tell them apart. Pattern is a collection of shapes that make a design. Okay, so that's the section about bodies. Okay, so let me think about some of the most important details that I can think about. You know, I was thinking when I was reading this about their long or tall necks. I was thinking about their long legs, and I was thinking about their spots. So those are the three details that I think about when I think about giraffes. Their long necks, their tall legs, and their spots. So I drew a picture of their tall neck, and I wrote the word tall necks. That's going to go on one piece of my oval. And then I drew a picture of their long legs. I drew an arrow to the long legs, and I wrote the words long legs, labeling my picture. Tall necks, long legs, and they have different spot patterns. So I drew a pattern of spots, and I wrote spot patterns. I labeled it. I'm going to put that in that other section. Okay, and now I'm going to model the next section again, and then I'll let you help me. Okay, so the next section that we're going to look at is mealtime. So let me skip to mealtime. Here we go. So it says for giraffes, it's always mealtime. They eat for 16 to 20 hours every day. That means they eat lots and lots of leaves. Most of these leaves are from acacia trees. The giraffes have stopped to eat from acacia trees. A giraffe's body helps it get food. A long neck helps a giraffe get leaves up high. A long tongue and wide lips grab leaves. These body parts work together to reach around thorns. The giraffe's body can also get in the way. Giraffes have to bend a long way down to get a drink, but the acacia leaves they eat have lots of water in them. So giraffes only need to drink every few days. That's the end of that section. Yes. So if I think about some of the important things I learned about mealtime, let me think. I can't believe they eat for 16 hours a day. That's like every minute they're awake, I would think. So I thought that was an important detail. They eat for 16 to 20 hours. So I drew a picture of a clock and I wrote, eat 16 to 20 hours. So I wrote those important those words that go with the clock. They eat for 16 to 20 hours. And let me think about another. Well, they talk about they eat leaves. That's really all they eat is leaves, right? So I drew a leaf and I wrote, eat leaves. That's what they eat. So that's how long they eat and what they eat. And those leaves come from acacia trees. And so I drew an acacia tree and I wrote the words, eat acacia trees. That was another important fact about what they eat. So they eat for 16 to 20 hours and they eat leaves, lots and lots and lots of leaves, right? And they eat from acacia trees. Those were the facts that I thought were most important in that section on mealtime. So now I want your help on baby giraffes. So I'm going to skip to the baby giraffe section and I'll read it aloud to you and then I'll let you think about what details we could pull out for the baby giraffe oval. Big babies. At birth, a calf weighs as much as an adult human woman. Some big animals have small babies, but not giraffes. They are big animals that have big babies. A baby giraffe weighs 100 to 150 pounds when it's born. It's called a calf. Young giraffes stay with other calves during the day. A mother in the herd babysits. This helps keep the calves safe. The other adults leave to look for food. Okay, so that's the end of the baby giraffe section. So I want you to think about an important fact on this first page about baby giraffes and kind of maybe how big they are. Think about a detail that we could pull out for our oval. Did you say they weigh 100 to 150 pounds? Yeah, that's an important fact. So I drew a baby giraffe and I wrote 100 to 150 pounds. That's how much it weighs. So I'm going to put that in one of the pieces of our oval. What's another fact? Let's turn the page here about young giraffes or babies. Did you talk or think about how they hang with other calves? They stay with other calves? Yeah, they hang out together. Calves hang out together. And I drew 4 little calves together. They hang out together. Anything else on that page? wow, one of the other moms babysits, right? One mom babysits and the rest of them look for food. So I drew one mama giraffe there and some babies, and it says one mom babysits. One mom babysits and the others go out and look for food. So if we retold that section, we could say that baby calves are 100 to 150 pounds. They hang out together, and one mom watches the kids while all the other moms look for food. Great job retelling that and helping me with writing the words and pictures. Let's do another section. The last section is on the lookout, and it's all about how they're on the lookout for predators that may try to eat giraffes. So I'm going to read it to you. It says, adult giraffes also look out for each other. They watch for predators like lions and crocodiles. If a giraffe sees a predator, it snorts. This warns the others, run. Giraffes can run very fast for a short time. This helps them get away. Hard hooves can keep a lion away. They can use their hooves to kick a predator too. Hooves, the hard covering on the feet of some animals. That's the end of that section, yes. So, think about on the lookout. Think about one fact from this section. What do adult giraffes do? Did you say they look out for predators? Yeah. They're always looking. So I drew a giraffe with big eyes looking, and he spots a crocodile. So it says looks for predators. Good job. That's one piece of the oval pie there. What else? What about on this page? What do giraffes do to protect themselves? Did you say they run fast? Yeah, they can run fast for a short time. So I drew a giraffe kind of kicking up the dust there, running, and I wrote runs fast. Good job. What's something else they can do to protect themselves on the next page? Did you say use their hooves to kick? Yeah. So I drew a leg where there's the hoof, that hard part of the leg there. Use hooves to kick predators. I never knew giraffes could kick predators. Did you? Okay, so if we retold that one, we'd say they look for predators. They're always on the lookout. They can run fast, and they use their hooves to kick predators. Great job. You guys did such a good job of pulling out details, important details, and retelling it, and then writing about that retell. Now, if we would put this all together on let's see, yeah, this chart here, where last time where we drew the picture of the penguins and then we wrote some sentences, we pulled some sentences, ideas from each oval to do like a paragraph writing. Now remember, if you're just a picture drawer, then that's all you need to do. You could draw a picture and label just like we did on the Post-it notes. But some of you might be ready to write sentences, or maybe write some sentences with some help, okay? And so the first thing you would do is draw a picture at the top. And so I drew my picture there at the top. See if you can see it there. There's an adult, like a mom giraffe, and they're eating some leaves, and a baby giraffe, and I see a crocodile over here. Okay, so if I were going to write a sentence, if we were going to write a sentence about their bodies, we talked about their spot patterns, their tall necks, or their long legs. I think I'll write about how they're tall, because it said they were the tallest animals, right? So how could I say that? I think I'm just going to write giraffes are tall. See that there? Giraffes are tall, period. There's a sentence off of that. And then they eat a lot of leaves, don't they? Giraffes eat lots of leaves, and I've got them eating leaves in the picture even. Giraffes eat lots of leaves. And then what could we say about baby giraffes? You guys think of a sentence for that. What could you say about baby giraffes? You like how they hang out in groups together? I never really knew that before. How could we say that in a sentence? Giraffe babies hang out in groups? Can we say that? Giraffe babies hang out in groups, period. And then on the predators, on the lookout. Oh, well, what could we say? They're on the lookout for animals like crocodiles, aren't they? How could we say that? Giraffes look out for predators like crocodiles. Can we say that? Giraffes look out for predators like crocodiles, period. So we just wrote a paragraph summary about giraffes from this book. Giraffes are tall. Giraffes eat lots of leaves. Giraffe babies hang out in groups. Giraffes look out for predators like crocodiles. You guys are amazing. Great job. Now, if you were in Mrs. Longmire's class, I would have you practice this more with those other sections of this giraffe book. So if we go back to the giraffe book, let me just show you. And we look at the table of contents, that little chart at the beginning that kind of tells you what the sections are. There we go. Right here. So we did big bodies, we did mealtime, we did big babies, and we did on the lookout. So you could do giraffes at home, fun facts about giraffes, nap time, or what in the world. Those are the sections that you could do. So those 4 sections, you could make each one. You could do it. I would do a dissected web verse like we did and make each of those sections an oval. Okay, so the giraffes at home could be an oval. The fun facts, nap time, and what in the world. Fun facts, nap time, and what in the world. Those could be the ovals. Then you could pull details out, and you could do it on Post-it notes if you wanted, and just draw pictures and then make labels. You label it with words. And then if you wanted to, those of you that can write sentences, you could draw a picture of your giraffes at nap time or whatever they were doing in the sections that you read. You could draw that picture at the top, and then you could write one sentence from each of your ovals, and you could write a whole paragraph. So if you were in Mrs. Longmire's class, that's what I would have you do. I would have you practice doing this all in one sitting with the other sections of this book. But your teacher might have a better idea.